I said to Mike, are we already going live? Here we are.
1 minute.
Dang it. Hello. Hello, I'm so glad you're here. Totally impromptu. Wasn't planning on going live today until a couple hours ago. So thank you for being here. Welcome everyone. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Nothing like last minute. That kind of is life right now. Yes, if it's chilly in Florida, I can assure you it's chillier here in Ohio. It's blistering. Well, at least to me. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, impromptu's good, right? Impromptu's good. Okay. This will be actually a shorter live than usual because I didn't get to plan a whole lot. I will be making a card, which I don't have planned and you can help me with. So here's what happened. Here's what happened. I don't know if any of you were here on Sunday, but let me tell you the backstory because this live, although it's short and impromptu, is very important to me. Oh, they changed your name, TJ? Well, I'm glad you're here regardless. So let me give you a backstory and then I'll start creating. On Sunday morning, I was at church and I go to a big church that does a lot of stuff in the community. And they were talking about their Thanksgiving meal food drive. When you leave church, if you want to, you could take a giant box. It's an empty box and a list. And on that list is everything that you're supposed to buy and put into that box and then bring back this weekend. And then they deliver it to those who need it. And what goes in that box is a Thanksgiving meal that is big enough for a family of 6 to 10 people. So you buy all the stuff, which includes like cans and boxed foods, but then also a gift card where they could buy the fresh food. So it's a gift card to like a grocery store. So you're supposed to buy all that, put it in a box, and bring it on the weekend, and then they distribute it to families in need in the area. So I grabbed a few boxes for my family to do, but as I was sitting there, I'm like, you know what? I'd like to do more because I know right now, more than ever, there are families here in the US and everywhere who could use some help, especially around Thanksgiving. So that was Saturday morning. And I thought about it for a little bit and I decided, you know what, I'm going live. I was going live on Sunday afternoon just to play with some new Concord and 9th and Kristina Werner products. And I texted Greg from Concord and 9th and said, I'm going live using your products today and I plan to donate all of my affiliate income from that live and any super chats that I got from that live to help those who need food around the holidays. I didn't know what it was going to be, or whether it was going to be through the church or through something else, but I came on the live and I told you all that. So here is what happened. I said I would be donating what was from my affiliate income. And if you were in my live, I explained, Polly, that is a great misspelling. Excellent misspelling. Anyway, Mike likes it. Okay, so when I was live, I told you I wasn't sure how this was going to work, but I wanted to, instead of giving it to like a big organization like Feed America, which is a great one, and I've donated to many times in the past, I wanted something that was a little more direct, kind of like our handmade cards, right? We make these handmade cards and we can kind of directly see the good they do when we give them to people. Even if it's through an organization, I think it's a little closer to home. Hi, Brianne. So I didn't know what I was doing, but you all came in and you bought some things at Concord and 9th. And with that affiliate earning that I got, I kept track that day. So if you weren't here on that live on Sunday, I was saying this before, there's a lot to say here. The way affiliate income works is if you are watching me create and you buy something with one of my links from the YouTube description, I get a small percentage of that. So I do not take direct payments from companies, like say Greg from Concord and 9th would really like me to use his products. I I don't take direct payment. I don't say, yes, I'm going to use A, B, and C products. Instead, he sends me, I know she meant that. He sends me products in hopes I use it. And I use whatever inspires me. And if you guys buy it, then I get a small percentage. And it doesn't cost you anything. It is like a marketing kind of expense for the company. It's small compared to big advertisements and such. So that's how affiliate income or linking works. I've mentioned that in lives before. It's all in my YouTube description. So I said on Sunday, any affiliate income I earned during that live, I would donate for that Sunday, whatever that Sunday was. And when I told Greg I was doing this from Concord and 9th, he said he would match what I earned, okay, which is delightful. Then a lot of you started doing super chats. Now, super chats, I'll be very transparent. Super chats, YouTube takes a big chunk of it, right? So I think you guys donated how much? Like 1,700 in super chat, and that resulted in me getting like 1,100?
1,150-ish.
Like $1,150. And so whatever YouTube will give me that 1,150, and I'm going to donate that. Well, Greg said he'd match that too. So here's what happened on Sunday. But bear with me. Don't do super chats right now because I'm going to tell you something else. After Sunday, I earned I'm going to pull up the number because I'm going to be transparent here. Oh, I got to find the number. I texted it to you, Mike. Let me find it. What? Okay, hold on. No, I want to give the details. So I earned in affiliate from Concord and 9th on Sunday, $3,389.40. So, like $3,400 almost, right? And then after the super chats, which YouTube takes a bit of, it ends up, yeah, they take 30%. I ended up getting in super chats a little more than 1,100. So I added that together and I kind of rounded up to 5,000. Okay, so I'll just donate the difference. But hey, Betsy, you like my earrings? So I texted Greg and I'm like, Greg, we raised 5,000. Are you still wanting to match that? And he said yes. So on Sunday's live, we raised that 10,000 in total for meals. Okay, so I knew it was close to 10,000. Greg and I both rounded up, right? So 10,000 is going directly to help create boxes, Thanksgiving meals, right? Okay, I'm going to create a card in a moment, but I don't know that I can do both at the same time, but I will make a card. So I was like, okay, I have $10,000 and I want this to go directly to Thanksgiving meals for people who need it. I knew my church was doing this, right? But I know that not everybody's comfortable with church. I get that. I totally get that. Where I am very confident that my church gives it directly and there's no like strings attached and they just put it in the community and they're not taking it into their pockets and doing it, but it's directly going into those boxes, right? I wanted it to be very transparent and clear. So I called my church and I said, hey, I've got this lump sum of money. How can I make this directly go to these meals, right? And they called me back, so excited. And this is really cool what happened. He said, well, we know of a local gym. It's a gym called Iron Sharpens Iron in Cincinnati. And this gym, over the past, I think it's like almost 10 years, they have been putting together boxes to take for donation. So putting all the food in it and packing, it's a Christian, just a general Christian church. Putting together boxes, they fill the boxes, they buy the food, they buy the gift cards, fill the boxes and deliver them to get sent to people in need. So it's direct. It's not going through anything. It's all direct going to these meals. And so when I talked to my church, they told me about this gym and said there's this man named Alex who owns a gym named Iron Sharpens Iron. I'd never heard of it. It's about 20 minutes south of me. And he said he's been doing these boxes every year. And this year he put a really high goal. Like many, many boxes. I think it's 1,000 boxes. Maybe it's a little more than that. That he wanted to raise the money for, and then he is getting volunteers to come in and pack those boxes on Saturday, and then they get distributed. So it's not really through the church, it's through this man named Alex who owns a gym and just wanted to do something good. And he started a nonprofit called the Passion and Purpose Project. And so I donated my $5,000 to that organization. And then Greg already has donated his $5,000 to that organization. And though that money is going directly to buy the food that will go into these boxes. And I'm going to go on Saturday when they're packing the boxes so you can see it. I want to be really transparent about this so you can see that it's happening. Now, in my YouTube description below, there is a link that has the word live in it. If you click that, it'll open you up to a page where it gives you links to the Passion and Purpose Project, gives you a link to that gym. You can go to the Instagram account of the Passion and Purpose Project and see them, like, you can see the work that they're doing. They're doing a ton of work to try to raise this money. They're a little bit short of their goal to fill a certain number of boxes by Saturday. And this is going to really help them quite a bit. Also there, I give a link if you want to donate directly to them, you can. All of the money you donate will go to these boxes. And you can get do the tax deduction. They'll give you a receipt so you can do the tax deduction if you want to. Now, I know there are many wonderful organizations out there. This was just one that I knew I could go and see the work being done. Does that make sense? I feel like as card makers, we kind of want to be a little more direct sometimes, and that's what we're doing. So I started talking to Alex this morning. My contact at my church put me in contact with him. And again, he owns a gym in the area, and he just wanted to do something good. And it was really exciting for me because what we're doing here is using our passion and putting it into a purpose, right? To help others right now. And that's what he's doing. His passion of, exercise and fitness, he's putting that towards a purpose of creating meals. So he's done a ton. He's done a ton of work, and I'm coming in at the last minute because this was kind of impromptu. So I put information in my YouTube description, and then you can also go to that live page where I provide more information talking about all of this. Yes, so this is great because there was no way with $10,000, that is, each box is about 40 some dollars. It's like 230 boxes. I would not have been able to do that myself. I wouldn't have been able to go to enough Kroger's to buy 230 of everything to put these boxes together and so on. But he has already placed in a big order with Kroger that's coming in the next couple days that will be used to create boxes on Saturday. So I'm helping him to reach his goal because they're a little bit short. So this is all working out wonderfully. And I'm really excited about it. I called Greg from Concord and Ninth. He was great about it. And so he made his donation too. So we both put in $5,000. And if anybody wants to see proof of that donation, I'm happy to do that. On the live link, which is in the YouTube description below, I again link to his gym, Alex's gym, called Iron Sharpens Iron, which I need to go check out. And then it also links to his nonprofit that he's formed to do this. And that is called the Passion and Purpose Project. You can donate directly there if you want to help with these boxes. If you donate soon, they'll directly help with these boxes this year. Yeah, it was totally meant to be, totally. He seems like a great guy. He and his wife are doing this. He told me his 6-year-old daughter makes cards, which he just told me that like 45 minutes ago. So I've got to put a box together for her. But I am going to go to the gym with him and his community of people that he's gathered together who will probably all be in better shape than me. And we'll do boxes. Ken and I are going to do that this Saturday because Colin and Lila are away at camp this weekend. So if you want to help, and I know not everyone can help right now. I get that. I get that. I totally get that. But if you're in a position where you want to help, there is a direct link location where you can donate to this organization, the Passion and Purpose Project, and the money will go directly to the boxes that are getting put together this weekend. They've already got the food on order. It's coming soon, and we're going to box it all up on Saturday, which I think is amazing. And I'm going to go and I'm going to film this and I will share it all with you. Isn't that cool? So did I do this in the best way possible to raise the most possible? No, this was a last minute impromptu thing, and I appreciate Greg from Concord and 9th jumping on board. So I called Greg and I told him today about this great human I met named Alex, who owns that gym, who's doing this great drive to create all of these meals. I think he wants to do like 1,000 meals. I think that's what it is, and they're trying to reach that. And they're close, but they could use some more donations. And of course, if they go over what they need, it would go to next year's Thanksgiving or something else in between. It's a nonprofit and you can write it off. Anyway, when I told Greg today about this, I said, I think I should go live today to tell people, because I told you on Sunday I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but I promised you that I would let you know and be very transparent. And I told Greg, and he's like, that sounds great. He sent the 5,000 in. And I said, I'm going to go live, and I don't want to just talk about this. I want to make something. And I said, I'm going to use one of the products from your new release because you've been involved in this. And he said that, Alex, are you here? Alex, are you here? He just texted me 2,000 families with a muscle, which I don't have. Alex, if you're here, tell me which account you are, because I missed you. I want to see. Anyway, when I told Greg that I was going to go live again today, and I said I was going to use his product called Let It Shine, I thought that would be a good one to use, considering what we're doing. Oh, Iron Sharpen. Okay, good. Iron Sharpens Iron Gym is the username. That's Alex. He's here. So you guys can all say hi to Alex and welcome him. He's not a crafter, but he's here. I think this is cool that two very different worlds are meeting here. So everybody welcome Alex. So when I told Greg I was going to use his Let It Shine today to make a card, Greg said, let me write it down. Let me read it. He said, today through Thursday, because he wants to make the donation before Friday when they start putting these boxes together. He said all proceeds from the Let It Shine between now and Thursday, they will donate it to this organization too, so more boxes can get made. So Greg is going to track all of the sales that come from my links, and so you want to make sure you click my links below. And if you buy this Let It Shine, the percentage or the proceeds from that will go to the organization. So it's just a way to raise even more. So it doesn't matter if you buy the Let It Shine stamps, the Let It Shine dies, or the combo or the bundle of both, which is what I'm going to use. Listen, no pressure. I get it. No pressure. I'm going to make a card using these products. And if you want to help, you can either do a direct donation, which is in the YouTube description below, to the Passion and Purpose Project, or you can buy the products that I will be using my links, and a percentage of that, the proceeds will be going to this organization. Somebody asked, how does Alex decide who these boxes go to? I'm going to try, Alex, if I'm wrong, please point it out to me. But what I believe it is he's working with the church who has gathered together a database of people who need these meals. So he's putting these boxes together, and then they go to those families. So it's not that Alex is out trying to find these people. I think it's the church found people, maybe that families that reached out or whatever. Iron Sharpens Iron Gym, Kim, I asked too. It's in Norwood. It's not far from me, so I'm going to have to maybe consider that.
You're going to a
I'm going to a gym. That's scary. I stick out like a sore thumb in a gym. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, they're in Norwood. Betsy's here. I do the gym thing at home because I'm embarrassed, but okay, let me clarify. I was doing the gym thing at home. It's been a few months. Okay, so Alex said, yeah, that's correct. So these are legit people who are going through a legit way to get these these meals into people who need them. I will be going on Saturday and I'll take pictures and share that all with you, but you can also go to the Instagram account that I put in the YouTube description, or it's on my live page that I linked to in the YouTube description. You can go to that Instagram account and they're already showing many videos. I was looking at those this afternoon. Many videos of things they're doing to raise money. They're doing like a pie in the face thing, talking about collecting money for a plate to give someone. They're doing all kinds of stuff. It's called Iron Sharpen Iron Gym in Cincinnati. And they seem to do really great things. So who would have thought this would all work out this way? I'm really excited about it. Yeah, yes. I've heard a lot about gyms like this. They become like a family. And it sounds like that's what these folks did. Okay, so that's the gist. I'm going to start making something. I haven't planned it because, again, this was a spur in the moment thing. I'm going to create a card using some kind of cues, I guess you would say, from Concord and Ninth. But Kathy Fuller Designs, you're absolutely correct. It is. I think this is a God thing to me. But, you know, to each, whatever everybody believes, you know, we're all here to help those who could use a little help right now. Good, good. I agree. They said, oh, Alex said, we have 1,200 of the 2,000 families funded for this year. Anything you can do can help. So I'll tell you, it's like $40 to $45 puts together a box for a family of 6 to 10 people. So if you're looking to donate, keep that in mind because you could put together as many boxes as you are able to do if you want to make that donation. If you are looking to volunteer, if you're in the area and you're looking to volunteer on Saturday, I would go to the Passion and Purpose Project website, and there is a link for volunteer, so you can find out how to volunteer there. Oh, yes, Betsy Green, who's in the comments, she gave me these earrings. All right, so that's the gist. I will answer more questions, but I'm going to start making a card, okay? Let me show you the products I'm going to, well, actually, let me show you the cards that I've been working on since Sunday that I've kind of finished off, and then we'll start making another card. Okay, so let me switch to overhead here. These were some of the cards that I did on Sunday, where I mentioned that I'd be doing this donation and hoped you all would join me. At the time, I didn't have a way to directly donate because I didn't know how this was going to work. So now we have one. If you wanted to do a direct donation of anything, you can do that in the YouTube description below. I don't get anything for this. Alex doesn't get anything for this. It's a nonprofit and it will go directly to buying food. Betsy, if you know where you got these earrings, people keep asking. Can you put it in the chat? Thank you. So these are some of the cards that I made the other day. I've been finishing them all off. If you are interested in seeing how, what products I used and all that, it was in my last live, and I put a link to that previous live in the description below. Now this one, I did most of it in that live. This one, I added the sentiments and I added some sparkly hearts to the background. And then same with this one, I added some sentiments and some sparkly hearts in the background. As far as the products I used on these, it's all in that last live, which is in the description below. I know, $10,000. $10,000 is 230 meals. And not small meals. These are for 6 to 10 people. So it's a big deal, right? Okay, so this one I'm still doing the stitching. I was working on it right before the live, but I got a lot of the stitching done. But this one was a turnabout where I did a little piercing die, that's a leaf, and I'm stitching that with gold thread. So you can see I've done some of the stitching, but not all of it. And then I'm gonna put this Everything Will Be Okay, and that's from Kristina Werner's collection. Yeah, I like the addition of the hearts too. So this one, I just have to finish the stitching. I added some little dots of glitter paper and the Kristina Werner sentiment in the center. I'll put that on a piece of eucalyptus and add it to a card base. But I haven't finished stitching that yet. But again, if you want to see about all of these cards, it was in my previous live. And then this was one that was really quick that I did in the live. It was layering up those dot stencils and putting some gems in the center. I did that off screen. Well, I did some of them on screen. And a simple sentiment underneath. And these are all Kristina Werner products. If you're new to Kristina Werner products, they're sold on, Kristina Werner products are made and sold on the Concord and 9th website, but also at stores like Simon Says Stamp. So, oh, I forgot to tell you that. That's something else. So anyways, these are the cards from the other day. I'm gonna make a new one now. Okay, I forgot to mention this. When I went live on Sunday, I said I would donate my affiliate income from that day. And it was, I said like 3,300 from Concord and 9th. I've just remembered right before this live, I also got affiliate income from Simon Says Stamp for any of the products I used on Sunday that you bought. So that's another $912. I'm not asking Greg to match that because that wasn't through him, but I also earned $912 through affiliate of Simon Says Stamp, and I will be donating that after this live to the same organization. I just remembered that that needed to be included too. It all works out. It all works out. Okay. Yeah, I'm digging the dots too. My friend Brianne is here. Brianne Loveland is my link ninja, and she, oh dear, where's my stuff? Where's the stuff? Oh, here it is. She helps link all the things that I talk about and find things, okay? So Brianne is here. Thank you, Brianne, for being here. If you have a question, you can always tag her too if I'm, if it's something that maybe she can help with. We posting a video. I will post a video of them putting together boxes.
And she also asked where.
Oh, where?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll put it on my Instagram stories. I will also put it in my Share Handmade Kindness Facebook group. And then maybe like close to Thanksgiving, I'll show some of the clips here in a live. So I'll make sure that it's shared so you can find it, okay? Because I want to be real transparent about this. I want you to see that this is all happening. Okay. Okay. So what I'm using today, I wanted to use this bundle. I thought this was really nice. I feel like birthday cards are the type of cards that get neglected on my channel because I don't send many birthday cards. I tend to send the more unexpected ones like thank yous or thinking of you or encouragement cards. But I thought I would do a birthday card today. Somebody asked, when will Kristina resume doing her lives? Kristina was very, very sick. And so she's getting better, but I do know that next Monday she won't be live. She usually goes live on Monday nights. She will not be live on Monday because she will be with me on a trip, with Greg and I on a trip. A much needed time away, but I'm sure she's probably going live the Monday after that. Okay. All right. So let me tell you about the cardstock I've got here. I'll show you after I'm cutting it down. I grabbed the cardstock I want to use for this card, and it's all Concord and 9th cardstock. And I'll tell you where I got the color combo in a moment. But what I'm doing is I grabbed all of these from 8.5 by 11 sheets. And what I'm doing is cutting them in half and then in half again so that I will have just a quarter panel. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 to use for these cards. Then these pieces I will take and put directly back into my storage for those cardstocks, okay? So when I take a full sheet, I don't just take it out and like cut off a little piece. Instead, I cut into usable sizes like this. Is the Passion Purpose a nationwide organization or project? It is Alex, who owns that gym, put the nonprofit together because he started doing these boxes years ago, and he kept going to more and more boxes, and he was bringing in money. And if you know anything in the US, if you have if you're collecting money, you have to do like a nonprofit thing. So he set up a nonprofit, I believe this year. So anybody can donate, but right now he's hoping to do 2,000 boxes in this area because that's where he is. Who knows where it will grow to? Who knows where it will grow to? Okay, now these colors, let me tell you about these colors. I have here, let's see if I can remember, sea glass. These are Concord and Ninth colors. Sea glass, pistachio, cayenne, juniper. Oh, come on, not creamsicle. Marmalade, no, not marmalade. What's the orange? Oh, somebody tell me what the orange is before I lose my mind. Hold on. It's not creamsicle. It starts with the C. Clementine. Clementine and artichoke. Now, this is a really cool color combination I never would have come up with on my own because I'm not that clever. Let me tell you how I did this. I want to put it in order. I like to put things in kind of in order. This was from the Concord and Ninth website. I have been talking lately about color combinations, and I've been talking about the color. Oh, who's here from Concord and Ninth? Is that Lindsay or Greg? Who is it? Yeah, we don't talk about marmalade. I've been talking about the color cubes as a great way to come up with color combinations. But if you're looking for a free source for great color combinations, I recommend going to Concord and Ninth. If you go to the Concord and Ninth website, at the top, and this is free, at the top you'll see Color Club. You click Color Club and it will do a drop-down menu and it says Color Palettes. And when you click that and scroll down, you'll see Shop All Palettes. And what that does is it pulls up a bunch of color palettes. Now, you can click those and buy those particular products, or you can just use their suggestions of color palettes and find things in your own stash. So I went through it and I found this color combo, which if you go to their website is Wild Root. Let me click it. And I will put it in the chat so you can see it. Oh dear, I gotta get to the chat, hold on. So I am using the Wild Root combo that they have on their website. Hi Lindsay, I'm glad you're here. So these, Concord and Ninth, one of the things they're really known for, and I've mentioned this before, is they're great with unique color combinations that work. You know, not like something obscure, but something that works. And so I decided to go there today and I chose the Wild Root combo. Now, if you look at those color palettes that they have there, you can either look through your stash and find things similar, or you can shop Concord and Ninth for these exact colors. I just wanted to let you know where this palette came from. I'm not good at unique color combinations. I never would have gotten this on my own, and I'm really excited to use it. Okay, Concord and Ninth, yes, they do have great colors of cardstock. By the way, if you have questions about the boxes that Alex and his crew are putting together, he's here. You can tag Iron Sharpens Iron Jim. And I don't know how long he can be here. He's pretty busy with all this stuff. So, but you can try. You can try tagging him. And I'm just kidding. I just Alex and I just connected for the first time this morning. And I'm really excited about the things that we can do because he's got the people locally. It's really cool. Okay, so I did think this was a great color combo. I do believe you can order from Europe, from Concord and Ninth. Okay, so I wanted to use this set called Let It Shine. There's a stamp set and a die set, and you can buy them together or separately, but you can create candles from it. Now there are sentiments here for birthday, or you could do like a holiday candle, like do one single candle in like red on green, and you could have a merry and bright sentiment, okay? There's also Happy Hanukkah, so you can do like a menorah with these candles. There are also these dies, which are stitching dies. So if you look closely, see the little piercing dots it creates? So you can do a stitched flame coming out from the candle, or the smaller candles, or from the flame, or from the star. So there are a few different things that you can do with this, and I'm gonna wing it today. I'm gonna use this color combination and these Let It Shine products. And remember, through Thursday, Concord and Ninth is donating the proceeds from these sets, either one or both, to the Buy More boxes. Let's see. Does the tonic trimmer have 1/4 and 1/8 measurement all the way down the trimmer to line up the small pieces of cardstock? Are you talking about this trimmer? This is the Tim Holtz one. If you look, these grid lines on the Tim Holtz trimmer, this is my favorite trimmer by far. These grid lines are 1/4 inch apart. So you can move your cardstock over one grid line and it cuts it, you can cut 1/4 inch. If you want 1/8 inch, you move half that. So instead of going from one grid line to another, you stop your cardstock halfway. Or you can use the markings on the bottom, or the markings on the top. Okay? Yes. Oh, Scrappy Tales is here. Another great business. She's right. Sabrina's right. She owns Scrappy Tales. You could use Pear Blossom. Actually, I have some right here. Pear Blossom Press. If I had prepared, I could have done this. But Pear Blossom Press, which is another great business, has these lights that you can add to your cards, so you can make your candle light up. And the recipient makes it light up by pressing a button. See on their example here, there's a candle. See the candle? And you just press and it lights it up. So I'm hoping to do something with this on Black Friday. I will talk to you about the needle you need to stitch and all that in a moment. This trimmer, let me show you how you would cut a full sheet of cardstock, because people are asking. This is the Tim Holtz trimmer. There's a bigger rotary one from Tim Holtz that I use when I need something bigger, but this is the one that's easy to grab. So this is an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and if I want to cut it into quarters, I cut it 5.5, and then 4 1/4. And there I have my panels. So you can see what size it is. It's a little more than 8.5. Okay. I will show you the needles, thread, everything, but I've got to figure out what I'm going to do first. So just one moment. So that is the Wild Root color palette that I'm doing. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to save these two colors for my flame. I could do gold or glitter or something, but I'm going to do those for the flame. And then I think I'll do my candles. Let's think. How about the, I'm trying to think of what, I'm just looking at what the final product looks like on the screen on my computer. I went to the Concord and Ninth website, looked up the Let It Shine product, and I'm looking at what it kind of looks like, so I can kind of plan. I'm thinking I want to do this as the background and these as my candles. How about that? Or you know what? These as my candles, and I'll do white on the background. All right? All right. The new second edition of Color Cubes, do they replace the first edition, or are they completely different? That's a tricky question. I will just kind of go through this briefly while I cut some candles. How about that? The Color Cubes, I'll show one right here. I'm a big fan of these. I believe, Mike, is there a link in the YouTube description? These are fantastic. There are 4 of them. And in it are a bunch of color suggestions. And they used to have 2, volume 1 and 2, and they made a huge improvement to them. We're not just talking like a little improvement, but a huge improvement. And so they're discontinuing the first 2, and now they have 4 new volumes. They have these little tabs that help you to find what you want and be able to put them back away. All of these are real photographs, not AI generated. And so what's happened is the first 2 volumes that were sold a while ago are discontinued. However, some of the color combinations from those are mixed into the new 4. But I have found, I bought the new 4, I bought them myself, and I am not seeing, like I'm not noticing an overlap between them. But if you're still happy with your first 2, by all means, you can stick with them. When I do my crafty gift guide video, I will share more about the improvements. I did share about the improvements in one of my previous lives. Brianne could do a link here. But this wasn't a matter of them just making a tiny improvement and saying you need to buy new ones. They made massive, really good improvements, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I'm just going to start cutting candles. I'm just going to start cutting candles. Alex said everybody's making them feel welcome. Alex, I know that we're not your normal crew, but we are a passionate bunch around here about what we do. We like to make things and make people smile, and I feel like you do the same thing. You are looking to make people healthier and make them smile and kind of share your passion with the world. All right. For a newbie, which one would you recommend for the color cubes? Okay, there are 4 color cubes. Each one has different categories now. If you go to their website, you can see what the categories are in each of the 4 color cubes, and maybe think about the ones that might appeal to you most. Like some of them have like bright something or pastel something. Just look at the one that seems to have the best categories for you, like for what you might like to create. Yes, I do need to work out more. I was big on working out for a long time, and then and I was feeling so much better, like worlds better. And then when my dad got sick and died and other things kind of fell apart in my world, I just haven't had time. But this week I'm starting a Zoom call with other crafters who are trying to get in shape. And so I'm hoping that we'll all motivate each other. So anyway. Yes, I don't know what Alex's daughter's name is. Alex, if you're still here, what's your daughter's name? Because I've got to put a box of goodies together for her, for sure. Okay, now let's start cutting up. This is cayenne, this is clementine, and I will start cutting some flames. I'm cutting more candles and flames than I need, but oh, he said, my daughter makes a minimum of 3 cards a day. It went by too fast. What does it say? Mike's not here. He ditched me again. Oh dear. What did he say? He said, makes a minimum of Willa Grace. Oh, I love that. My girl is Lila Grace. Isn't that cute? He said, I missed it. I don't know how many he said. She makes at least 3 a day. Isn't that great? Willa Grace, what a good name. Willa Grace and Lila Grace. Isn't that cute? Oh, somebody knows Alex? Oh, somebody said they taught Alex in 7th and 8th grade? Are you serious? Come on. Who, like, all of these things happening, this is all meant to be, people. This is all meant to be. I'm going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is a lovely name. Alex, we're pretty, I'll be honest with you, Alex, we are pretty addictive around here. Now that you have been here and you've told us about your daughter, we're going to want to see her back. We're going to want to see her here. 6 degrees of separation for sure. But here's the thing, it's a good community, and we'd love to have her here. The other day, my friend's 5-year-old daughter was on here. Her name's Tilly, and she was sick, and she was watching, and my daughter who's 13, made her this little rainbow. Isn't that cute? Oh, yes. If you're just joining, I was mentioning that on Sunday, I did an impromptu live where I was raising money for meals for those in need for Thanksgiving, and Greg from Concord and Knight said he'd match it, and we raised already $10,000. We've already given them $10,000, which will buy almost 230 meals. But then I just remembered I earned some from Simon Says Stamp, which is another $912, which I'll donate after this. And Alex is here and he'll tell you that it's true that I did donate it. I can provide proof if anybody wants to see it. But if you want to donate directly, you can go to the link in the YouTube description below. Or if you want to shop, Greg said these two products from the Let It Shine bundle, one or both, he's donating the proceeds from the sales of this through Thursday, if that makes sense. I know this seems kind of frazzled and all over the place, but here's the thing. I didn't plan this. This was one of those, like, I wanted to think of something quickly that we could do. And thankfully Greg was on board. I should have known. I know Greg, hopefully I'm not over speaking, but I know that Greg every year, they like help families around Christmas. I know that about him, and we do the same. And so I knew he would be on board with this. So I knew when I told him I'd be doing this that he would say, oh, I'll match it or I'll donate too. So that's what I get for knowing him well. Okay, so I am let me tell you what I'm doing here. I cut some candles from the Let It Shine using the dies. And I put 2 scraps of cardstock here into the corner of my MISTI. And that's kind of like a little nook that I can put my candle into each time and lay my stamp on. So I don't have to try to line it up each time. Another thing you can do instead of 2 pieces of scrap cardstock is Altenew has these little corners, like, let me get a bigger one so you can see it. Like this one, they're meant to use in the stamp wheel, but you can use it in your MISTI stamping tool. So you can see that there, and now I can put my little candle in the corner, and then every time I know it'll line up. So Alex who owns a gym, who's trying to raise money for these boxes, who I'm helping out, or who we're kind of teaming up here. He wants to do 2,000 boxes and he still needs more money for that. So if you want to donate directly to him, it'll be great. And you will see me there. I will go on Saturday, and I'll probably drag Mike too, right, Mike? Will you come with us?
Sure.
And my mom is going, and Ken is going. Colin and Lila will be out of town at camp, but we'll go. And Betsy, I think she said she'd go too. So we'll take some videos so you can see it all in action. Look at that. Okay, so here this is artichoke cardstock, and I stamped these stripes from the stamp set on the candle, on the big candle. And let me see what I want to do here. I think I only want the one big candle. Then let's move to, so what I could do is put more candles here in that nook and stamp them. That's the nice thing about the nook. Like, I can take this, I'll just show you. I can put another candle into that nook, this little corner, and it'll stamp in the right position. I'm not going to use that one. Well, Brienne, you can drive down too. You can drive down too. Okay, so I have some large candles. Let me do some smaller candles now. Oop. I should probably think about what layout I want to do. Like this one in the middle, this one next to it. Then, see, this is where Jennifer overthinks. Let's do this one, and then this one, and then another light one. I think that's what I want, like that. I think that'll look nice on a white background. Okay, so let's do some other patterns. Like on this one, let's do dots. So I'll just put it in the corner. Just helps, because if I put it all the way in this corner, my stamp wouldn't fit in it. Oh, good. Laura, I'm glad you did that. So your money will go help too. Okay, so I'm going to do dots on this candle. And this is the sea glass cardstock. So I'm going to use sea glass ink. I'm doing tone on tone stuff here. I could do some sparkle. I could do lots of things. What did I say? It was sea glass, right? So I'm using Concord and 9th sea glass cardstock and Concord and 9th sea glass ink. Oh, good. So Alex, are you ready for your daughter to own a bunch of stamps and inks? Because she's about to. Maybe she can come over and get a lesson on stenciling and stuff from Lila. That would be fun. Okay, so there's that one. Now let's do on this one. Well, no, you know what? Let's do this one polka dot too. So we'll have 2 polka dots candles. Anyone have an opinion on the fastest drying ink? Okay, who was that who asked that question? I don't like to say somebody, but Pamela. Pamela asked for a recommendation of a fast drying ink. Here's the thing. Most dye inks dry about the same amount of time. But really, if you're using a dye ink on regular cardstock, it's dry to the touch almost instantly, okay? Almost instantly. So really, they all dry about the same. They do take a little bit of time to kind of soften and blend into the cardstock, but that doesn't really matter. My voice sounds happy. I've had a rough year, and this has been a blessing. So I'm excited about it, and it makes me want to do something more organized for the Christmas time, for the holidays, with families needing things then too. So this is a good start, right? What an easy way to help. Fun way to help. Okay, so I'm taking another candle and I'm putting one of the other patterns. So I'm using just the patterns they have in the Let It Shine stamp set. But think about it. You could use a background stamp here. You could use pattern paper. Wouldn't it be fun if each one was just a scrap of pattern paper? One company that has great pattern papers is Pink and Main and Honeybee. Both of them have great pattern papers, and you could just do each one a little pattern paper, or maybe do some pattern paper, some cardstock. You can change it up. Ooh, and you know what I'm going to do here? I did some stripes. Watch, I'm going to move it up just a little bit. Just move it up a hair. I'm working in my MISTI stamping tool. This is a Waffle Flower Grip Mat, which is linked below, and that kind of helps to hold my paper in place as I do this. So I just moved it up a little bit from the corner, and I'm going to stamp it again, and this will give it double stripes. Look at that. So I just changed it up. Memory Box has great pattern paper. There's a lot of great companies that have pattern papers. Now, I'll be honest, Lawn Fawn does too. I'll be honest, pattern papers overwhelm me. So I tend to, washi tape, yes, that would work great too. I tend to not use, you know what I'm going to do on this one? I don't know, it doesn't fit. But I should have done it on one of these. Done like happy birthday on it. Let me see if I have some in another set. What was I talking about? See, this is what happens. I'm too old to try to think and talk at the same time. What was I talking about, Mike? You don't know either, do you? Washi tape. Washi tape would be great, but that's not what I was saying. Can you see my pajama pants? There's unicorns on them. Let me see here. Oh, perfect. This is an older set. No, let's look at Kristina's. I'm going to look at Kristina's real quick. I want to see a birthday one. Hang on. I'll be back. Dang it, I can't find anything. Oh, I'll go back to the Concord and 9th. Hold, please. Where'd it go? I just had it. Okay, this is an older Concord and 9th. This is the birthday scoops, and you can build it to create a message that says pattern or says happy birthday. Is Willa here too? Is Willa here? Oh, look at everybody welcoming. Did I miss Willa being here? In here is one that says, happy birthday, it's your day. And I thought that would be fun to stamp on a candle. Willa's going to be all about this. She is here next to me now. Hi, Willa. Welcome to our card making world. Everybody here makes cards for fun. I actually make cards for a job. Can you believe that? I used to have a job as an engineer and I was very unhappy. And then I decided to turn my hobby into a job, and after 20 years of hard work, here I am. So there you go. So I'm glad you're here, and this is a great community of crafters, and be careful because it's addictive. We will all be here cheering you on. Okay, I'm trying to get this to, I think I'll just do happy birthday once. Now I'm trying to line this up with this candle. Let me get a piece of tape. I'll just do a piece of tape. I'll hold this here. I'm determined, right? I want to get this happy birthday on here. Wait, I think I want it to go, no, it'll be good that way. So let me test that. Now before I stamp this happy birthday greeting on here, I should have done stamp the birthday and then use the die to cut it out. That'd be easier, but I didn't. So let me show you what I'm going to do. This is pistachio cardstock. Uh-oh. Here's my pistachio ink. So let's stamp this with pistachio ink, but I want to test it first. I'm going to put a piece of clear acetate over it and stamp onto that acetate and just make sure I like the position. I need to move it over a little bit. Let me just go ahead. Instead of moving the stamp, I'm just going to move my die cut and place it back down, and now I'll stamp onto it. Good enough-ish. There we go. Yeah, I moved it too much, but I think that'll be good. No, I'm a perfectionist. Yeah, Willa, this is the bad thing. She doesn't know this was a job option, but now she's dreaming. You know what, Willa? I didn't either. I had no idea this was a job option, honestly. But here's the thing. I feel like, just like probably your dad, if you, this is not working. I got to think more about this. If you are determined and passionate about what you do and use it to try to help others, I think you're set. But you got to put in the hard work. That's the tricky part. That's the part that people don't see, is how much hard work it is. But it's all a good thing. I think I just want happy birthday a couple times on here. And then I'll cut it out with my candle die. I'm not doing this the best way ever. Let me explain that to you. There are better ways to do this, but I didn't plan. So this is what we're doing. Willa, we are making a birthday card that will have candles on it, and the flames will actually be stitched if I ever get to that point. And maybe when I come Saturday, Willa, will you be there Saturday when we're doing boxes? If you are, I'll bring you a card. Okay, so now I wanted one candle to have that. So now I need to find that candle, and I'll just line it up like that. There we go. Put a piece of tape on it and die cut that. We'll listen to every word of that. Jennifer and Willis said, that's like the Passion and Purpose Project. See? I didn't have the means to do the things I needed to do with the money for these boxes, but your dad is making it possible. So thank you. Hug him for me. Yeah, Willie, you got, Alex, you have no idea what the can of worms you've opened up with these great people. Okay, so there we go. There's my candles. So one of them says happy birthday on it. There's my candles, and there's my flames. Okay, and I saved time by not having to think about what colors I was using. That I do know. Okay, so now for the background. And you could do different color combinations for this to kind of personalize it. I want to do a bold white background, but I feel like I should do something to it. No, I want to do the stitching on it, and I'm afraid if I do the stitching, it will distract. Hold on. Mike, are there any questions I can answer while I'm looking for something here? I'm looking for a die. Hang on.
The candles, stamp and dies only, or the only items in the Let It Shine collection?
Yes, the Let It Shine is the stamps and the dies only, from what I know. I had something in mind here, but I'm not sure it's gonna pan out. I can't find it. Darn it. Ooh, maybe that would be fun. No, I think I'm just gonna go with, let's go with a plain background. I think a plain background. I could do an embossing folder, but I do also want to do the stitch dies. So here, let me show you what I'm thinking. Like that and that and that and that. Here's my candles. And there'll be a flame on top of each one. I'm going to have to make some smaller flames, more of the smaller flames. And this one, this main center one, I would do the stitching around. So if I did the stitching around it, I feel like any background stuff would be distracting. So I think I'm just gonna, leave it. I'm gonna leave the background white. You know, sometimes that's a good thing. I'm thinking about, I wanna make this fun. Fun. Yeah, okay. So let me show you something else. This is Kristina here? Yes, I will change the heights of the candles. I definitely will do that. But I'm going to use, this is the die set. I use this on Sunday too. I talked a lot about this on Sunday. It is the Kristina's Essentials die set. So these two cut an A2 panel and a 5x7 panel true to size without like a warping. And then there are these banner or sentiment strip dies or banner dies. Then there are lots of different hearts, an arch, thanks, hello, and some bigger hearts. The nice thing about these dies that have the extra metal around the edge is it'll stay, it won't get, sometimes when you have really thin, long dies, when you run it through your die cut machine, the sides kind of warp and you don't get a true rectangle. But with that extra metal on the edge, you'd never know it was there, but it makes sure you stay true to straight edges. Yes, yes, you can use the MISTI Creative Corners. Yes, you could use those instead. But in here is also this little wonky rectangle die, and I think that works with the birthday theme. I think that works with, is Alex's mom here too? Or not Alex's mom, but Willa's mom, Alex's wife. I haven't caught her name yet. All right, so I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock and cut with that wonky little frame that's included in the Kristina Werner Essential Die Set. And I've linked below to Simon Says Stamp and Concord and Ninth for these products. Somebody's saying hi, Mom. Oh, so Alex's mom is here? Who's Alex's mom? Oh my gosh, will they adopt me? It's like a whole family thing. How fun. Isn't that fun with the little wonky edges? And I will cut my candles shorter. So that way I can have a color around the edge once we get there. Oh, his mom is there. What's your mom's name, Alex? Okay, so I did a wonky edge, but I need to make my candles shorter. So let's start planning that. I'll probably even go off the bottom of the card. That's what I'll do. Oh, I got a little ink here on my cardstock, so I'm just sanding it with the paper sander to remove that bit of ink. Yeah, and if you want to do something, isn't that cute? If you want to do something in your community, look for something like this, where they're doing, collecting food, like food pantries, whatever. Whatever, you're welcome, I encourage to do something in your community too. Oh, your mom is Kathy and your wife is Chelsea. Welcome. I have a friend named Chelsea and a friend named Kathy. So that works out well. Okay, so this is the main candle that I'll put in the middle. So I'm putting some Altenew foam tape on the back. And I want it to be, I'm using the grid line on my desk to get this just right. Welcome, I'm glad you're all here. I bet you didn't think you'd watch somebody make a card on a Tuesday afternoon, huh? Try to put this in the center. Oh wait, no, I don't want to do that yet, because I got to die cut my little piercing holes. Duh. But my candle's going to go about there. So I want my flame to go right about there. So right in the center. Let me see if that's kind of center-ish. Yep, okay. I forgot about my flame. Yes, there are many organizations collecting. So listen, I'm just trying to make a simple, easy way for people to help others. If you are able to donate in your in your area to any kind of organization or volunteer or help or whatever, by all means, do it. This kind of need is everywhere. This is in the Cincinnati area because that's where I am. But there are a lot of national organizations too. Okay, so that made, can you see it made little piercing detail? Okay, so I'm going to go back and pierce it or sew that in, but I'm going to risk it and start putting the card together first. No, oh, here it is. So let's see, I'm going to put this candle under here. Oh wait, there's flames. See, this is the problem. Okay, here's the flames. I'm going to do the flames from a light gray cardstock. I'll use a scrap. So I don't know what brand it is, but it's a light gray cardstock. Hi. Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, nice. Thank you, Donna. Yeah, everybody needs crafts when snacking. Or no, snacks while crafting. Sorry about that. Okay. So here's some flames. But I can put this down first. Okay, so I said this was going to be a shorter live. Is that going to happen, Mike?
No.
No? Okay. So there's one. And then this guy can kind of tuck underneath. Oh, come on. I left the lid off that. This one I didn't. Okay. So this is a little flame that you can put like underneath, stretching up into the candle flame. So see? I'll add my flame in just a moment, but let's do the candles first. I need to cut a few more of these. Now this is a card that you could mass produce these if you plan a bit. I'm not planning. Yeah, it's true. It could go either way. You need snacks to craft and crafts to snack. You could do some planning and make multiples of these cards, but I'm winging it today. Okay, so next was this guy, I think. No. This guy was here. I think this guy was here, then this guy, and this guy. I think that's it. Okay. So let's do this one next. This is Altenew tape. Wick, yeah, that's the word. This is Altenew foam tape. Altenew foam tape comes in different widths. See the two different widths here? And it also comes in different thicknesses. This is the thinner of the two. I think it's 1/16 of an inch maybe. But I like that there's options. So if you want more dimension or less dimension, you can choose. I'm going to put this like right about this one to be lower. And then I'll put a flame above that. Oh, that looks really crooked. I should have put liquid adhesive under my foam tape because then I'd have wiggle room, but I didn't think about it. Okay, so there is a flame and a candle. Now this guy, this is narrow. I think it's narrower than my foam tape. It's really close. So what I'll do is I'll cut this one narrow. Do you know the scoop stamp? Oh, the scoop set that I used is called Birthday Scoops. I don't know if it's discontinued or what. I don't know if Concord and 9th is still here. But it was one that I just found that had a thin happy birthday sentiment. So that's why I chose it. I got more adhesive or more ink on here. See, this is what happens when I don't plan my sound effects. I keep messing up because I didn't plan. Come on. Does this count as a workout, Alex? I'm hoping it does. Okay, good enough. Okay, so now this guy will go, I want him to kind of be out on the edge, a little bit higher. That works. Now this guy, I probably have inky fingers. I live with inky fingers, much to Kristina's dismay. She does not like inky fingers. It's on their website. Oh, it is on their website. Okay, good. Mike, can you add birthday scoops to the supply list, please?
Concord.
Concord, yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm just looking to see if I've got any more. So this one, I'm going to do, let's do a little bit over. I'm just randomly doing these. And then this one. Aren't the candles cute? And here's the thing. So what you could do to mass produce these is just die cut a bunch of candles from your scraps, okay? Then put them into your MISTI like I did before with the little jig in the corner and stamp. You could use like tone on tone ink, or you could just do Versamark on all of them and go ahead and make a bunch of candles, a mix of candles. And then you can put your cards together. You could do different color combinations. You can really change things up. You don't have to make them all the same. Yeah, this would be a good masculine birthday card. But again, I'm not big on masculine versus feminine cards. I just make cards, and I think people appreciate it no matter what it looks like. But I do have somebody in mind for this card, because he likes outdoor stuff. So it's actually going to go to a guy. Okay, and then it's a kid. So it's got a kid look to it. It's one of my friend's nephew. Okay, so there we go. I've got my little flames. I got my little candles. This is hanging off down here because I'm going to put it onto a card base and then trim off the bottom. But I'm not ready to do that yet. Yeah, you could hand cut and hand draw these, of course. But boy, I like the stitching. Let's do the stitching next. Okay, so Concord and Ninth has these new like dies that do piercing. So you can stitch or sew or whatever you want to call it. You can use floss, which is like DMC floss, which you cross stitch with, like use 1 or 2 ply. But I'm using these threads, whatever you want to call them, from Concord and Ninth. They sell these. I think this is the gold, the white, which is iridescent, silver, and then champagne. I was using champagne on this one, which I haven't finished, but you can see the champagne stitching on that. Look at how it just really brings that card to life. I'm going to use the gold here. So they sell these, and this is perfect because it's strong. Then they also sell the needles at Concord and Ninth. So it takes the guesswork out of what you need. These are tiny holes, and so you want a tiny needle. You only need 1 ply of your thread. You could do 2 if you wanted, but really this is about a tiny detail, not like the focal point of your card. So I'm just doing 1 ply. I have a needle. You've received 1,300 so far during this live. Ah, Alex, yay! That's so exciting. Yay, yay. Now I mentioned this in the last live. I've talked in past videos about how I like to stitch on cards. And I use a die, this is a die from Altenew that has big holes. And so I use 6 ply DMC floss to do these. That's a different kind of stitching than these. You can see these are tiny little holes. So we're just using 1 ply of thread and a small needle. So what I like to do is pierce from the front and then start at the back. And this won't take that long to stitch, and I can answer questions. I'm going to tape the end down, and then I'll show you the stitching. You scroll. Okay. Hopefully you can see some of this in the video. I don't know. And keep in mind, they have a star, like the raised for a star, and smaller flames. I'm just doing the 1 big one. So I just go up and down following the holes. And there is like an impressed line connecting the holes, so you know exactly which holes you connect. Makes it super easy. Oh, this is going to be cute. You know what? You could do 2 ply if you wanted to, but I'm going to leave it. All right. Were there questions, Mike? Okay. When leaving the glue bottle tip uncovered, like just happened to you, will the Sweet Petunia glue gun help? Debating if that, because it's a real, the Sweet Petunia glue gun, which is nice, has like a stand you put it in, and the bottom of the stand has like a little silicone stopper that keeps it from drying out. So it depends on how good you are at putting it back into the stand and making sure it lines up with that. It just depends. It just depends on how good you are at doing that. Now, I will tell you, what I do is I normally put the little stopper on it. Hold on, I'm trying to get, think and do this. I put the little stopper on it. This is from Gina K. I just put that on top, and if I put that on top, it doesn't get clogged. But in case it does, I keep right next to my desk a thin needle, and all you have to do is press it in and out, and it'll clear it up. Some people store a needle in there. I don't, but you just want to make sure it's a stainless steel needle. But some people in the comments, they can say with the My Sweet Petunia glue press, do you have problems with it clogging? I just found, I think the glue press is a very great product. It's especially good for folks who get sore wrists. But for me, I go through, I need multiple glues laying around my desk because I lose them when I'm crafting. So I like to have a bunch of small ones. All right. So here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and stitch around here. Yeah, you can put a cap, as long as you put the little stopper on the top, it doesn't get clogged. And if it does get clogged, just use a needle to clear it out. And then when I go and refill my bottles, I just give them a good bath. I soak the tip and the nozzle in water and make sure like there's no glue boogers in there. Sorry, I know glue, I shouldn't say that word, the B word. Sometimes people don't like that. It's true. Anyway, oh yes, and then there's the needle protectors that I was using for a while. I ran out of mine. Okay, so up here, let me tell you what happened here. Up here, my hole went off the paper, so I just kind of have it going up off the edge of the paper, and I'm just going to tape it in the back so it doesn't fall off the edge. So I'm just going to hold it there. Okay. Yeah, I always have a bunch of adhesive. I just go, I have 4. Because inevitably, when I'm live or I'm creating, I can't find one, and so I just grab another one. I mean, they're all going to get used and emptied at some point anyways. And then once they're all empty, I refill them all with Gina K Connect. So the needles that I used here, Concord and 9th sells on their website. And they have a bunch of dies in this last release that have the stitching. I'm going to show you this up close in just a moment. But they have a bunch of these kind of piercing dies. Some are background, some are leaves, which I showed in a moment ago. I'll show again here in a moment. And these are the candles. But listen, if you do not want to stitch, you could just do the piercing and use a gold gel pen or a glitter pen to trace it, and that would work just as well. I love the stitching, and I know many people out there love to add this kind of handmade detail to your cards, but you could totally skip it. In fact, in my last live, the one that I did on Sunday, I showed how you could just trace between the dots, like the impression that the die makes with a glitter pen, and it looks really cool. So you don't have to stitch. You can see it doesn't take too long. What I would do is make a bunch of candles from scraps, start to assemble my panels like this with the holes pierced, and then sit down with a spool and a needle and do a bunch of these while I watch a movie. So there you can see, see that fun stitching? Look at that. Come on. You could put little beads on it too if you wanted to. So you could tie things off, but I just put a piece of tape on the back. Nobody sees the back, so who cares? All right, so there we have our flame, our stitched flame. So now let's do the flame on that one. I'm going to use, because I'm going by that color palette, I'll use the Clementine Big Flame. Thank you. I hope you all try this kind of thing. I'm telling you, there is something very relaxing about stitching, and doing it on a card is even more relaxing. You know what? I don't think I want, yeah, maybe I want the big here. I'll do that there. And then this one, I think I'll do this one, the dark too. So layering it up. Zoink. You could do some glitter in there, but I'm going to leave it like that. Now I need to get the rest of the flames made. Hang on. I didn't do them all in the right colors. I need some more Clementine. Okay. You ordered the bundle? Oh, I missed it. I'm glad you're here. If you missed the beginning of the live, go back and listen. We raised $10,000 for boxes of food to go to families in need for Thanksgiving meals. And I met a wonderful human who owns a gym and a nonprofit called the Passion and Purpose Project. And he's actually getting all the food, and on Saturday putting the boxes together. And I'm going to go help and take pictures so you all know. You all are aware of what's happening with the money. Could I recommend a silver or gold thread? The Concord and 9th threads are great. I personally, my favorite, I'll be honest with you, is the champagne one. So here are the ones from Concord and 9th. I just use the gold. This is the silver. This is the white, like iridescent. This is the champagne. I feel like it's a kind of an in-between the gold and silver, and that's what I like to use the most. I use the gold today for the flame, but you can see this is the champagne. You can see that one's coming together. I still have to finish stitching that. And I don't know where that needle went, but we'll find it later. Oh, I found it. Thank goodness. Okay, stop. They're sticking to my magnet, which is probably a good thing. But again, if you check my last live, I show you don't have to stitch it if you don't want to. Is the thread flexible? No, it's not a stretchy thread. No. Nope. Okay. Let's see if that works. And remember, there's stars that you could do too. All right, so for these flames, put a little bit of... Mike, I said I was going to do a short live. Did you laugh at me when I said that?
I knew you wouldn't.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to do little squares here. You knew I wouldn't, huh? Mike knows me well. I just got so excited. I can't help it. Little foam square there. I'm going to make all of these have the big flame and then the dark small frame. It is kind of like embroidery floss. It's just one ply, whereas DMC floss is 6. But, you know, if you have DMC floss, you could definitely use that for this. But I think this will be nice because it's very thin and you can use it for other things on your card. And has just a little bit of, yeah. Okay, Scrappy Cat, you're right. Metallic thread is usually harder to use. If you get DMC, like metallic thread that's 6 ply, man, that stuff is hard to use. I don't find this as hard. This isn't as ornery. It's a, you saw it, I wasn't having to fuss with it a whole lot, which was nice. So if you're gonna stitch with metallic, these are good. There's also another type from DMC that comes in a spool like that. This one. This one's pretty good too. This is the Diamant Grande. Come on. DMC? Hello. Come on. There it is. And so that's very similar to what I'm using. So if you have that, that would work too. Oh, okay. Tony said that, see, I don't know these things, and I'm thankful. Tony said that this is a machine thread that I'm using for hand stitching. So there you go. Works for me. And I appreciate that Concord and Ninth figured out the thread that works best and the needles that work best. Look at that. Okay. Now, all right, so I'm using my Gina K wax pickup tool to take that and put that right in the center. Isn't that cute? Oh, I need glue. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. Okay. Yeah, the metallic 6-ply floss is a real pain in the patoot. Even their, the DMC 6-ply like satin finish, oh, it's maddening. You'll lose your mind using it. I love the look of it, but boy, I think it's called the satin finish. You'll lose your mind. It just gets all loose when you're stitching. It's just frustrating. This is fun. But now I'm gonna have to pick a background color. But I think I know what I'm gonna do. Somebody asked, what needles do I use for the thicker, like the stitching on these? You know what? I don't remember. I can't remember what size it is, 20 something. I'll tell you how to find it. If you go to Spellbinders and search on, you're right, Sue, it's slippery. If you go to Spellbinders and search on needles, the needles Spellbinder sells are good for the many ply of the other type of floss. And on Black Friday, I'm going to do some stitching on one of the hours, and I can talk about the different flosses and threads then. Okay, so that's what I have so far. I have no idea where I'm going to put my sentiment, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, I agree. The champagne thread is good. It's kind of like champagne, glitter paper, and foil paper. It's like in between silver and gold. Okay, I'm looking for, please tell me I have some left. Yep, I have 2 sheets left. I need to put in a Concord and Ninth order. This isn't it. That's not what I want. Oh, come on. Tell me. Oh, here it is. Please be it. Yes. Oh, I only have 1 sheet of this left. Dang it. This is Concord and Ninth wheat. And I just feel like it's a nice neutral behind anything. And I think it'll work for a background on this. I don't want to introduce another color or repeat a color. So I'm cutting a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch panel. I'll put it on the back. I could add something to that, but I don't know that I really want to. I think I want to keep it simple. So that is Concord and Ninth wheat. You know, I don't know. Do I like that? Or do I want... Oh, that's cute. Jennifer's going to overthink. Un momento. Oh. Dang it. Okay. You know, all the world's problems and I have to overthink this. Okay. You're going to have to help me vote. Mike, we're going to do a poll. What color background should I do? Okay. Mike's going to do a poll at the top.
We're going to switch
Poll
to your
time.
account. Go into your account.
Sorry.
Go into the video. Wait for the load.
It takes a moment to pull it up. Okay. Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
Oh, he's not ready. Just a minute. He's going to get it.
I didn't think you'd be doing polls this
I didn't think I'd do polls either.
time. Okay.
I get carried away. You know me. Okay. The first option is wheat. Wheat. Got that? The second option is sea glass.
Sea glass.
Next is just put orange. It's clementine.
R-A-N-G-E.
And the last one is juniper. So I'm going to put them on each. This is wheat. You guys get to vote at the top. Wheat, sea glass, clementine, or juniper. So Mike's going to put it at the top of the screen in a moment, and you'll be able to vote. Meanwhile, I'm going to find a sentiment that I really want to use. I don't know what I'm going to use yet. I don't have all my Kristina Werner in here. That's what I really want. Dang it. Oh, you know what would be good? Uh-oh. Okay. hold please here. Oh. Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay. All right, there's a vote up there. You guys are deciding while I overthink everything else. While I find some other things. I know what I'm going to do. Okay, can you scroll it? Thank you, Soul for Poetry. Size 22 tapestry needles. That's what I use for stitching with the bigger holes. All right. Lindsay, thank you. Well, you like all the color options because you guys came up with them. Oh, Simon's here. Hi, Simon Hurley. You texted me. Thank you. I still haven't responded because I am that far behind in life.
Oh, Juniper is winning.
Juniper. Is that the big winner?
That's what's winning.
Okay, this is Juniper. So watch. I'm going to put Juniper in this little nook. This is that Altenew corner. You can do it with 2 strips of cardstock instead. And that way I can put a background stamp over it. Mike, can you add Kristina Werner diagonal lines to the supply list?
Okay.
This is a great stamp because we're going to do something fun with it. Hold, please. Simon, you get it. You get it. Uh-oh, there went my water. Oh, there we go. That's why we don't put water there. Thank you, Mike. I'm going to put this right here. He loves me. Okay, I just knocked my water over. Which side up on the Altenew sticky mat? The smooth side goes up. Smooth side goes up. Okay, I'm going to do some tone-on-tone stamping here while Mike cleans up my water. Thankfully, it was water.
I'll move these water things.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Mike. Well, it didn't take that long to stitch that. Could have taken longer. Oh, these. Oh, okay, let's be clear. This takes longer to stitch, and it's my therapy. I do that for therapy, like when I'm sitting and chilling out or in the car and I'm not driving, somebody else is driving. It just keeps me busy. Okay, so watch this. I don't know what I would do without Mike, it's clear. So I have this nook. I'm going to take this piece and rotate it 1 turn and stamp it again, and it's going to give me stripes in the other direction. So I'm going to have like a crisscross pattern instead of just the stripes. I could have just shifted a little bit and get like double stripes, but look at that. I don't really care how the middle stamps because it's going to be covered. But this will just be something fun around the outside edge. Why not? Everybody needs a mic. Who said 2,100? What's 2,100? Alex, did you say there's 2,100 in direct donations today during this live? Is that right? Yay! How many? 2,100. What is, somebody with math, 2,100 divided by 40. What is that? That's how many meals that'll buy. Sorry, Mike. I love you, Mike. Yeah, I don't stitch and drive. See how that adds some interest on the, you can't see it. See how it adds a little bit of interest on the outside edge? Just a little. Okay, now. Is that right? Oh. Oh, Simon. Are you still here, Simon Hurley? We have a young crafter in our midst. So, Alex, if you're still here, and Willa, if you're still here, there is a guy, a man, now he's a man, named Simon Hurley, who started doing what I do here, making cards on YouTube at the age of like 12. And now he is 21 or 22, and it's his business. This is what he does for a living. He sells products. He has like inks and stamps and such, and he does YouTube videos and stuff. And he was able to do that too. So, a little inspiration for you. So Simon, if you're here, there's a little girl named Willa who's 6 years old who's watching. And her dad is working hard to put together boxes of meals for Thanksgiving to those in need. And he's here too. His name is Alex. 52? 52 boxes? That's 52 families. And each box feeds a family of like 6 to 10 people. So that's good thing. Yes, yes, yes. You all are awesome. Okay. Plus, if you buy this Let It Shine bundle, Concord and Ninth is going to donate too. So you can see that diagonal stamping on the outside edge. It's very little, but I think it's great. And then the stitching. Now we need a birthday sentiment, but I think I'm going to do something different. I know Mike is a gem. Yes. Sorry, Mike. I'll crack your beer after this. Did your engineering boss ever make you do this?
No.
He was an engineer before this too. He likes to say, my old boss, and he'll say the boss's name, never made me do this. But you don't have to, just leave it. That's 525 people fed for Thanksgiving. You guys are awesome. Now, you could do like a bold happy birthday sentiment. Like say, let me see if I can find something from my stash to show you what it would look like. Okay, this doesn't say happy birthday, but just to give you an idea, you could do like a bold sentiment like this one that says happy birthday and do it on white cardstock with black ink. This is from Kristina Werner, but you could do a happy birthday sentiment. But I think instead, I'm going to put the kid's name on this instead. How about that? These are Kristina Werner's Lucky Alpha stamps and dies, and you can use them together or separately. I think, I'm going to do glitter cardstock with the dies alone. Now you can stamp it. Uh-oh, where's my die cut machine?
Drying off.
My die cut machine is drying off. So many meals. Oh, good.
Now I can have it.
Okay, I'm going to do the name on here. So Alex. Okay, and I'm going to do Alex on there. So I'm thinking just right along here. And then I'll do like a little strip that says happy birthday. Or maybe you don't even have to say happy birthday because it's clearly birthday, right? Okay, I gotta get my die cut machine up here. Hold, please. Uh-oh, there we go. Okay, oops. Hang on, I'll be back in just a minute. This is where I spilled my water. Okay. Gotta get my plates out. Ooh. If people knew what a mess I was around here, I'm thinking, I don't know. Can you scroll it? Oh, thank you. Debbie, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, my candle says happy birthday, so I think that's enough. I'm going to try gold glitter here, but I think it might be a little too subtle, but we're going to try it. Actually, yeah, I think I will. So this is not gold, but it's like a in between gold and silver. It is Concord, or no, Altenew Smoky Quartz glitter cardstock. I use it a lot. Again, it's one of those colors that's kind of in between gold and silver. Not as yellow as most gold. No way. Alex said $2,350. How many meals is that? You people with the calendar, this cardstock's wet from the water. See? And so I have wet letters here. Okay, so that's cute. But I don't know if that's going to stand out enough. But I really want to personalize it.
Which die set did you use to stitch full panels?
The die for this, it's from Altenew. It's called the pegboard stamp. It's an old one. It's called pegboard. And I'm going to probably do a video on that at some time. Okay, so there's that, but I don't like that. I know what I'm going to do. I think that gets lost. Sorry. I don't mind. I won't blame you if you ditch me here. But I'm going to do white cardstock and stamp with black and then die cut it. Hi. Yeah, orange letters. Oh, orange would look good too. You're right. Let me die cut that and see what happens. Now these letters will be wet because the plates are wet. Let me see what happens when I do orange letters. And I'll also, at the same time, I'll do this so you can see what it would be like. So these are the stamps. Kristina Werner's Lucky Alpha. So these are Kristina's, I think she hand wrote these letters. And so we can fake being as talented as her. Oh, vellum behind the letters would be nice. See, everybody's got good ideas here. And I'm just trying to get through and make a card. I'm guessing that when this little boy gets this card, he won't say, you know, she really should have done, you know, whatever instead. At least I'm hoping he won't. I don't know how old he is. I think he's going to be 9, 10. I don't know. Okay. So you could stamp these letters on directly on your card, or you can use the dies to cut them out. Now let's see. And you guys will be able to tell me. Should I do the, oh, the orange letters might look cool. Put them out here. Those are cute. Offset the orange behind it. That would be good. Or I'm going to take these and just cut them out so you can see what it looks like when you use the stamp and the dies. Yeah, Kristina has a little bit of talent. Here's the thing. I'm a one-trick pony over here. I make cards. I don't design product. I never intend to. I don't do my own website stuff. Mike does that. Yeah. Kristina, though. Kristina is, if I'm a one-trick pony, she's the whole circus. She can do all the computer stuff. She's good with words. I'm terrible with words. She's good with designing products, making cards, doing video, all the things, the tech stuff, everything. Oh, okay, Natalie. Apparently Natalie is working out right now at Alex's gym. And Natalie is being very kind and telling Alex he can stay here with us while she works out. Natalie, I hope he doesn't make you do planks or what's the ones that everybody hates that you just want to curl up in a ball in after. Where you jump up and down and, oh my gosh. I've done so many in my life, and I was so excited when I got pregnant with Lila because my trainer wouldn't make me do them anymore. What are those things called? Burpees. Sorry, burpees. Okay. I hope he doesn't make you do burpees. Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I could also do orange with black letters stamped on it, which might really make it help stand out. Try it. Why not? Apparently, I don't have anything else to do. Burpees, yeah, burpees. See, so I had a trainer a few years ago. Well, a long time ago, right before I was pregnant with Lila. His name was Nigel. Isn't that a scary trainer name? Like he was like a tough guy. And when I got pregnant, he said I don't have to do burpees anymore until I had the baby. And so like 2 years after I had the baby, I would come in and he'd say, okay, we're going to do burpees. And I'd say, I'm pregnant. He's like, no, you're not. I would just lie and say I was pregnant because I didn't want to do them. Burpees are evil. Okay. I'm not saying she's doing pull-ups. Oh, she did deadlifts. Okay, I do well, I've done, yeah, okay. Here's the thing. I'm sure Alex probably has a very good plan over there. Maybe I need to go visit him. Okay. Okay. So let me see this. See, this is where Jennifer overthinks. But whatever. Oh, your son's name is Alex. There you go. Let's see what this looks like. And then I'm just going to go with something. Glitter letters vertical on a, yeah, you could do. Yeah, you could, there's a lot of different things you could do here. You all, your minds are going here. You can think of lots. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe the offset thing would be fun. Let's see what an offset letter looks like. I don't like that. Burpees are awful. Okay, let's see what a little bit of offset does. That could be fun. Zoink. That's fun. I like that. What do you think? Yeah, I can't do a pull-up either, but it's on my bucket list. Yeah. Penny said you could always invest in a devil's tricycle like Christopher. I have a devil's tricycle in my bedroom, the Peloton. I have one. I don't love it. Let's be honest. I don't like it. No matter how I adjust the seat, it hurts my back, but, and nothing else hurts my back. So anyway, yeah, offset's good. Yeah, there's a lot, listen, there's a lot of things we could do here. We could put a vellum strip behind it. We could put a green strip behind it. I'm just going to go with this little offset, and I'll finish this off screen so that we can save some time. So if you're just joining, I put in the description information on if you would still like to donate for some boxes that are being made with food to go for Thanksgiving meals to those in need. All the information is down below. There's a link to a live page, and on that live page, I give links to everything and it describes it more. And I will be coming back with like final tallies so you guys really know what we were able to do. And I will go to where they're putting the boxes together, and I'll take videos to share with you, okay? So that's what we're doing. This was a spontaneous thing, and Greg from Concord and 9th, he matched our donations from the other day. So that resulted in $10,000. And then right now, if you buy these products from Concord and 9th, the Shine Bright or Let It Shine dies and stamp set, the proceeds from that for the next couple days go to more boxes. Or you can just donate directly to the organization, and it's all linked below. Okay, so this is what I'm going with. I'm not going to glue it down right now, but there you go. I'll show you how I would do this. This is a fun little trick. Let me show you. If you have like a sticky mat, like I'll use this one from, let's do Gina K's. Here's how to get them centered just right. You place them on your sticky mat, and this makes sure that they're all in a straight line and evenly spaced. And that sticky mat just kind of holds them. Like that. I want to get them just right because I'm uptight that way. Okay, so there. So I've got them positioned how I want them. Now I just got new tape from Spellbinders because I was out in my last video. So I take a piece of tape, and then I can press it down on these and then pick them all up together, and then put adhesive on the back of the letters, some liquid adhesive, and then lay it where I want it and just leave it there until it's dry. But I'm not going to glue it down just yet. Just save some time. Isn't that fun? That stitching just adds some interest to it, but you could skip that if you wanted to. And stamping on the background. So that's all Concord and 9th and Kristina Werner. And the supplies are all linked below in the YouTube description. Yes, I'm just looking. Yes, Mike is a great brother. You're a great brother, Mike.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I could press and seal would work there too. You'd think I'd use that, but it's all up in the kitchen. I don't have any down here. Another thing you could do is take like a shimmer pen or something and add a little bit of sparkle to your flames if you want, or add glitter. Lots of things you can do. If you're mass producing this, you could take the flames and before you add them to the card, give them a spray with like a glitter dust. I don't know if you can see that. See, that gives a little sparkle to the flames. Those little details really make it pop. There you go. Birthday card for Alex. I just need to glue it down. I mean, I could do that now, but I'm being lazy. So I still have these other cards from my last live. You can go back and watch those if you want to see more ideas. This one, I'm in the middle of finishing. Right there. So there you go. Okay. We should do a giveaway. We should do a giveaway. Why not? Let's do a giveaway of, how about, we'll give away, let's do a Share Handmade Kindness box. It'll be a handmade card from me, and then like an acrylic block like this one. I haven't done a giveaway like this in a while. Oh, an acrylic, like a paperweight acrylic block that says Share Handmade Kindness, and some stickers. And so if you want to be eligible to win that giveaway, just you're eligible by leaving a comment in the chat. So if you've left a comment, you're eligible. Mike's going to pick a name in a moment. Yes, this community is a good one, isn't it? Alex, thank you. And I think it was Natalie. Thank you so much. I bet you didn't think you would be working out and watching card making today. But you know, hey, there's good people in every passion. Okay, let's see. Any other questions? If you have any questions, put them up now. I may go live Friday, but I'm not sure. I have a lot to catch up on and get ready for the Black Friday. I will be live all day Black Friday and all day Small Business Saturday. All day. Because Jennifer has no life. So I'd love for you to join me, but I got to prepare that. Each hour will be a different company that I feature and make cards with their products. So I like to prep a lot so I can get a lot done in that hour. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And to Greg over at Concord and Ninth, I adore you. I can't wait to hug you on Sunday and tell you thank you for everybody here for helping us do all this. If we had more time, we could have some cards to include in each box of food. Maybe next year we'll put some cards in the boxes. Maybe we can do that. It's a lot of cards, but maybe we can do it. Good, good. Okay, Mike, do you have a winner?
Yep. And I apologize for getting your name wrong because I don't have the actual name. It has the
username. Okay.
Thing.
So it's a username. And who's the username?
It looks like Tarisha Woodburner.
Tarisha Woodburner.
That's what it looks like.
Okay, why don't you pin it at the top?
We'll add it.
Tarisha Woodburner. We think it's your username. Mike will pin that at the top of the chat. If you email me through my website, your address, we will get that sent out to you. And there you go. So again, if you
I put it as you.
Have the means, if you have the means, there it is. It's Terry Shirewood Brunner.
What?
Terry Shirewood Brunner.
What? Do you know who it is?
No, I just read it different than you.
What?
Well, all the letters are squished together. It's okay, Mike.
Okay, say it again.
I think it was Terry Shireburn Brunner.
It's pinned.
Okay, it's pinned, so you'll find it.
Starts with T, see if that's
anyway, if you want to help buy a meal, a Thanksgiving meal for a family.
Bob Smith is going to win next.
You're right. If you want to help, $2,500. $2,500. Hold on. Do my math. 25 divided by 45. The boxers are about 45 each. 2,500? Is that what he said? Divided by 45. So during this live, was that right? 2,500 divided by 45. During this live, we earned enough to do like 56 meals for families. Terry saw it.
I'm
sorry, Terry.
I apologize.
And also, Greg will donate any of the proceeds from the Let It Shine products that I used today. So, and then I have another $912 coming to you, Alex, to do more boxes. So, anyways,
and there's some more.
There you go.
Super chats today.
Oh, there were more super chats today. Okay, so we'll add all that in, and I will give you a total number of boxes that we were able to do on Saturday when I'm there, helping to, see all the volunteers pack all these boxes. So I think that's it. But listen, there's need in every community for volunteers and for food and for money, and just do what you can. Just do what you can. All right, so that's it for today. I did stop 4 minutes early. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Alex and Kathy and Chelsea and Willa. I'm glad you were all here. I look forward to meeting you all. And everyone have a great, blessed evening. Bye-bye.